The room behind the morgue. When I was 26, I moved away from my family to New York City. I had never been particularly close with them, and so the move didn't bother me all that much. Our grandmother on my mom's side had been the glue that stuck us together, and once she died, the family dynamic disintegrated. We only got together for big events, like weddings and funerals, both dismal affairs. You may find my attitude off-putting. To that, I tell you honestly, I understand. Most people do. I ask you more to pay attention to the contents of the story I tell, rather than my somber disposition. So, when my cousin got engaged, that meant my parents implored me to come back to Connecticut for the engagement party. I could already see the way it was going to go, lots of long conversations about where I had been, reminiscing about the old days before our grandmother died, when we still acted like a family. Reluctantly, I packed an overnight bag and took the Metro North to New Haven. There's a decaying quality about that train ride, watching as concrete crumbles to stone walls. I passed time by fixing my hair in the window. My parents picked me up at the train station so we could all head to the party together. They filled me in on all the recent news. This uncle had developed dementia, this one had finally succumbed to his alcoholism. What topics I should broach, which I should avoid because they were still sensitive subjects. I figured it would be best to give my congratulations and remain mostly silent, since I had a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. The engagement party was being hosted at my aunt's house, and the dead-end street was already lined with cars. Looking through the chain-link fence to the backyard, I could see that everyone was dressed in bright colors. Apparently, I hadn't made a careful consideration on the color I was wearing because I was in all black. Again, a dismal affair. Immediately, I felt the disconnect, the lack of belonging that I had always felt as a child. It made me a bit squirmy, to be honest, and I spent most of the party rubbing my elbow awkwardly. I said my congratulations to my cousin, who had always been a sweet girl. We had been good friends when we were younger, but family is always fickle like that. I have no ill will towards her, of course, I always wish her the best, but we had long since gone our separate ways, and spending time with her only reminded me of our grandmother's death. There was a reason I had once decided to move away. Regardless, we talked for a bit and I admired the flashy ring on her finger, though I made austere comments about it so as not to seem superficial. Eventually, another one of her friends came up to us and pulled her away from the conversation. My chest loosened in response. I scanned the backyard party and headed straight for the little table set up with a few bottles of liquor. I decided on whiskey on the rocks. Like and follow for part 2.